back in New York by peeps and a dog in a two-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus, rhyming and stealing and being a clod. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. One about a thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Used to paint. Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a...
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It would be no surprise if today's matchup turns into a grinded-out affair. The Chiefs are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Broncos, who will need to find a way to move the football. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. They come up in an offset eye. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
7 yards to go on second down. And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On 3rd down, Lynch. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So the D-line's going to spread out. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Play clock winding down. And on the ground they go with a running back. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Over.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Complete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And in the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. A group of Chiefs there to make the stop that time.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come up in an offset eye. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Cuts it out to the sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete outright to Kurtz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Lucky 56. Gun. Detroit. No. Me. Leopard.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So you heard the word. This is a neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defender wanted to try and get back after he had jumped, unable to do so.
So 2nd and 8 here after the penalty. They'll come out in the pistol.
Mike 51. Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 8 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
Halfback sent in motion.
Leopard.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Good. Here we go now. Watching now, Barney. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking downfield for Kelsey. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. One receiver left, 3 to the right. On 2nd down, Lynch. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're on the dime. And the wideout in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Lynch. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
As they run the counter play. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, land it. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Over.
And now Lynch. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it brings up fourth down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Second down and just one. Kelsey out in the slot right.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And quickly, they get to the line.
Leopard. Here we go now. Green, 39.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
He'll look to throw. Finding time. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Out of the gun now on third down. He's got time. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. After the interception, here's Lynch. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Lynch looking to throw on second. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On first down, it's Lynch. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, here's Lynch. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And they'll go on the ground. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Surveying the field. Now he's forced it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Detroit!
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. The play clock's running down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on fourth and a yard. They're going to try and throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lynch. Over the middle. Sharp's got it complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little wrap yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is going to lose yards of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
All right, now, look at 56. Here we go now. Here we go. Green, 39. Black 39, Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, look at 56.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Finding time. And he comes back with one complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green. Over.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to flick one out here to his running back. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now back to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, red. All right, now. Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Tackle made that time by Kevin Johnson.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
He'll look to throw. And some room to work. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, red.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. And they'll run it here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Play action. Now Lynch. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Hurry up, here we go. No, check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Back 99, Philly, here we go.
They go play action with Lynch. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Backing up. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Now they'll run it on the toss. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And the back goes into motion. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Curse. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll set up to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Black 99.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Back to throw. He's got time. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Green. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
They'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise there in the dime. He's back to throw. Just keeping the play alive. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And Denver getting set to take the field. They had the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved the defense.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Broncos, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head down to San Diego for a matchup with the Chargers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ.